It's February 14th, Saturday, 2026. I'm Eric Tuggle, and this is the Salty Report. Today, we have a massive show. We're tracking a high-stakes emergency launch by SpaceX that just took place this morning. We're looking at the fallout of the Epstein files that just forced a major global CEO to resign. And we're heading to the Caribbean, where the U.S. military has just taken a lethal and controversial step into war and on drugs. If you want the news without the fluff, you're in the right place. Let's get salty. Our lead story today happened just hours ago at 5:15 a.m. Eastern Time. SpaceX successfully launched the Crew 12 mission to the International Space Station. Now, this was a replacement launch. If you remember last month, the Crew 11 team had to be evacuated early due to an undisclosed medical emergency in orbit. That left the ISS understaffed and in a bit of a scramble. NASA and SpaceX had to pull this mission forward by several weeks to get the boots back on the station. On board, we have Commander Jack Hathaway and pilot Jessica Meir from NASA, along with mission specialists from the European Space Agency and Roscosmos. They aren't just going up there to float around either. They are tasked with over 250 experiments, including some high-stakes fluid dynamic tests, which are critical for building habitats on Mars. They are currently chasing the station at 17,000 miles per hour and are expected to dock tomorrow. It's a huge win for SpaceX, which has now flown 12 of these missions. Now, let's move to something much more controversial. The U.S. military confirmed today that they have conducted lethal airstrikes in the Caribbean Sea. This is part of a newly aggressive campaign called Operation Southern Spear. According to reports, a U.S. aircraft targeted a boat suspected of carrying massive amounts of illegal narcotics. The strike killed 3 guys on board. Usually, the Coast Guard intercepts these boats, performs an arrest, and seizes the cargo. But under the current administration's board czar policies, we are seeing the military used as a direct kinetic force against traffickers. Critics are already calling this extrajudicial, while supporters say it's the only way to stop the flow of fentanyl and other drugs into the U.S. Twin Cities. Whether you agree with it or not, the salty reality is that the Caribbean is officially a theater of war now. Expect more of these Southern Spear updates in the coming weeks. In the business world, a giant just fell. The CEO of DP World has resigned effective immediately. If you don't know DP World, they are the people who run the ports that move the food, clothes, and tech you use every day. Why did he quit? The Epstein files. Newly unsealed documents revealed that year period. While he hasn't been charged with a crime, the board of directors essentially told him that the association was too toxic for a company that handles global trade. This is a part of a wider Epstein purge happening in the UK and Middle East right now. Just this morning, the UK's top civil servant, Chris Wormold, also resigned under similar presence. It turns out, even years later, those files are still ending careers of the world's most powerful people. To wrap up our global tour, we had to look at Bangladesh. They just had their first election since the March of July revolution that overthrew their government. The Bangladesh Nationalist Party, BNP, just won a landslide, 209 seats. This is a total reset for the country. If you have friends in tech or textiles, keep an eye on this because Bangladesh is a huge part of the global supply chain. And finally, for the tech nerds, Google, Microsoft, and Anthropic just launched the Trusted Tech Alliance at the Munich Security Conference today. They are basically creating a NATO for AI, a group of companies promising to keep AI models safe and reliable as we move towards agentic AI, which are AI systems that can actually take actions on their own without a human clicking enter. The U.S. State Department even announced today they are rolling out these AI agents to handle diplomacy and administrative friction. Basically, the government is getting a chatbot they can actually file paperwork. Let's hope it's better at it than humans are. I'm Eric Tuggle. Thanks for spending your Saturday morning with me. Stay safe, stay warm. As always, stay salty. Catch you Monday.